Hello dear viewers and students. Welcome to another lesson in accounting. In this lesson, we are going to look at types of discounts part 2, that is cash discount. But then some might be asking, what is a cash discount? Let us try to understand first how cash discount can have an impact on the business. Cash discounts will impact cash received and cash payments and also affect profit of the business. This is what one businessman is trying to explain to his colleague counterpart, and the other one is like pondering and saying, maybe, okay. Let us try to see how cash discounts affect business transactions. A cash discount is an allowance for prompt payment. That is, prompt payments, if you go by the English definition, prompt payment means you pay on time or sometimes well ahead before the scheduled time. It is normally allowance given, whereby we term it as cash discount allowed, and allowance that we receive, which is termed as cash discount received. Therefore, cash discounts are allowance for prompt payment. This implies that cash discount is an incentive for customers to settle their accounts quickly and as well to settle the amount due to suppliers quickly, which implies that when we've got credit customers who owes the business, that is us, the money, then to induce them to pay the amount due on time, we normally allow a discount so that they get encouraged to pay the amount due on time or well beforehand. Same thing applies when we owe money to our suppliers for goods supplied to us on credit. For us to pay our suppliers on time, the suppliers allows us a cash discount, which is termed as discount received. Let us see. There are two types of cash discount. One is cash discount allowed, that is, we allow to our credit customers, and cash discount received, which we receive from our credit suppliers. Now, cash discount allowed is an allowance given to customers for prompt payment. This is an allowance given to customers for them to settle their accounts in a very short period of time. Let us look at one example. Received check from sum $300 less 10% cash discount. Now here we need to be careful. Receive the check from sum $300 less 10% cash discount. Does it mean that we are going to receive full amount of 300 or something less than 300 or nothing at all? Let us try to see. The amount receivable is 300 from sum, and we are allowing a discount allowed of 10%. Therefore, 10% of the amount receivable, 300, gives 30. And the amount that we are going to receive from sum is 270. Does it imply that sum still owes us 30? The answer is no. Sum will not be liable for any further payments because his account has been settled. In simple terms, Sam came to pay us 300. It is we that we decided to allow him a discount of 10%, which is equivalent to 30, Therefore, we are going to take only 270 from him. Now, what is the implication of this? Cash will come in 270 at the back. Very good. But then we've allowed a discount of 30. If we've allowed a discount of 30, for us it is like a loss. Therefore, this will have a negative impact on profit. Discount allowed will be recorded under expenses when we prepare our financial statements. How the cash discount allowed is recorded. Discount allowed is recorded on the debit side in the discount column of the 3-column cash book. The total is then recorded on the debit side of the discount allowed account to be transferred to income statement. Let us see two things here. Number one, debit side of the 3-column cash book, and then debit side of the discount allowed account. There is no double entry. We all know that in double entry, for each debit entry there should be a corresponding credit entry and vice versa. But here there is no double entry. Be careful. 3-column cash book we are going to take up in another chapter in details. And also, the discount allowed account, which is found in the general ledger, it will be recorded on the debit side. I mentioned earlier that there will be a negative impact on the profit. It will be transferred to the income statement to be recorded under expenses. Let us look at discount received. Discount received is an allowance from suppliers upon prompt payment. This is an allowance received from suppliers when the amount due to them are being settled quickly. Example, paid John 400 by check, less 10% cash discount. Again, does it imply that we have to pay 400, or we will have to pay less than 400, or we will not pay nothing? That is zero payment. Let us check. The amount payable is $400, less discount received 10% of 400, which is 40. That gives us the amount paid 360. That is, money will leave the business to the amount of 360 towards John. Does it imply that we still owe to John 40? The answer is no. No further amount will be due to John since his account has been settled. So, instead of paying 400, we paid only 360. And we don't owe John any amount further. This implies that the 40 will impact our business positively. Hence, there will be a positive impact on the profit, which will increase the profit. Let us see how cash discount received is recorded. Discount received is recorded on the credit side in the discount column of the 3-column cash book. The total is then recorded on the credit side of the discount received account, which is then transferred to the income statement. Again, two things which are very important. Credit side of the 3-column cash book and credit side of the discount received account. Again, there is no double entry. So, the total amount that will be found on the credit side of the discount column of the 3-column cash book will be transferred to the credit side of the discount received account. We're going to see about this later on during the lesson. And then again, it's transferred to income statement. That's what I said earlier, that it will have a positive impact on the profit. This is a 3-column cash book where you're going to have on the debit side 3 amount column, the discount allowed column, cash column, the bank column, and on credit side the discount received column, the cash column, and the bank column. Let us take one transaction. Paid John 500 by check less 10% cash discount. So the amount payable is 500 less 10% of 500, which is 50. The amount that will go out eventually is only 450. So on the credit side, we're going to have the date, the paid to John, the amount going from the bank is for $50, and the discount received is $50. Just take a second transaction. Receive check 600 from Sam less 5% cash discount. So the amount receivable is 600 less the discount allowed 5% of 600, which is 30. Therefore, the amount received is only 570. Since money is coming in, we record on the debit side of the cash book. The amount is received by check in the bank column 570. Discount allowed will be 30, and we're receiving the amount from Sam. Another transaction. Paid Jack $275 by check after receiving discount of 25. So you've seen here that the discount is already calculated, whereas on the transaction for the tens, we had to calculate the amount of discount received from John. Here, the amount of discount received from Jack is already calculated as 25, and the amount that will leave the business is only 275. Since money is going out by check, credit bank column 275, discount received 25 is paid to Jack. Another example, March 25th, received check $290 from Sean after deducting discount of $10. So you can notice again that the discount has already been calculated. Amount received $290 since money is coming in, debit bank account. Discount allowed is $10. Shown, we receive money from the credit customer, shown. So what we can see is that there are two ways to calculate or look at discount allowed or discount received. One, we calculate it by the percentage given, or simply the amount will already be given to us. There is no need for further calculation. Now let us see how we look at the totals. The total of cash column and bank column, that we already know how to balance it when we were doing the 2-column cash book. The total of the debit side in the discount column, that is the total of the discount allowed column, is 40. This is termed as the total discount allowed for March. The total in the discount column on the credit side of the cash book, that is the total in the discount received column, is 75, representing total discount received for March. Let us see how we are going to record these amounts in the general ledger, because discount allowed account and discount received account, both accounts will be recorded in the general ledger. The discount allowed account will be recorded on the debit side, the amount 40, total discount allowed for March, and discount received account we're going to record on the credit side, total discount received for March 75. And these two accounts will be closed by the amount to be transferred to the income statement. Now the discount allowed 40 is an allowance that we've given, which for us will affect our business negatively, hence will reduce profit by 40. Whereas the total discount received 75 is what the business has benefited. Therefore, this will affect the business positively, hence will increase the profitability by 75. Let us look at a multiple choice question. A business purchases goods on credit for $2,000 less 25% discount with a cash discount of 5%. If payment is received in full within 25 days, how much will the business pay if it settles within 25 days? There are three things which are very important here. One is the trade discount. Second is the cash discount, but there is a condition attached to it. That's where the third thing which is important is whether we are satisfying the condition. It says if the business settles within 25 days, meaning that we are satisfying the condition. In other words, the list price of the goods was $2,000 less trade discount 25% of 2,000 is 500. Therefore, the amount of purchases to be recorded in the books is 1,500. Hence, when the business will pay to the suppliers, it will not pay on the amount of 2,000, but on the amount after trade discount, which is 1,500. This is the amount payable. Now, if the amount is settled within 25 days, hence amount payable 1,500 less the discount received 5% of 1,500, which is 75. The amount paid is 1,425. Here we can see that there is a cash discount, that is discount received of 75, where previously there was trade discount on the amount of goods purchased. Therefore, the answer would be 1,425. This is the amount that the business needs to pay. That is, the answer is B. What are the things to remember in this lesson? First of all, what are cash discounts? The recording of cash discount in the books, types of cash discount, and as well as the calculation of cash discount. That is how we record the cash discount. And also the calculation of the amount received and the amount paid after cash discount. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you very much for your attention.